This is Arguing Sports, episode 9 with Cody Mitchell.
Billy Laughlin.
We should be up to like episode 12 at this point, or 13, but new jobs getting in the way. We haven't been together a whole lot. Been a lot of things going on, so we do it now. Anyway, that there hadn't been a whole lot going on. Besides, apparently now, in this day and age, you are not allowed to whoop your kid. I don't know how you were raised, Billy. My grandma beat my ass when I was a kid. Multiple times with a wooden spoon and a switch, curling iron, whatever she can get her hands on. My grandpa did with his belt too. So Adrian Peterson now is facing charges and jail time because he hit his kid with a switch. He went down to Texas, turned himself in. He turned himself in, paid the bail, went back to Minnesota, and now he's facing criminal charges for whipping his kid just because he's so darn strong that he left a little bit of a mark on the kid's rear end. I mean, it's like, I feel like Adrian Peterson is getting worse of a punishment than Ray Rice did for, like, literally laying out his wife. I mean, literally knocking her out.
A worse punishment from the justice system, not the NFL. The NFL didn't hit him that hard. He's playing Sunday. He can play Sunday, but Ray Rice, he should be going to jail for what he did.
He should be, but he's not. Now the worst thing that happens is he's going to end up playing in the AFL or the Canadian Football League or something. I mean, there's video proof of him knocking his wife, fiance out and dragging her motionless body out of the elevator. But there's a picture of Adrian Peterson of a red mark, a bruise on his child's rear end, and now he's facing going to jail. And keep in mind, this was the same person who lost another child just earlier this year. I think I pooped, but lost a child somewhere, or lost another child earlier this year. I mean, this is just ridiculous. The fact that Ray Rice he's appealing his suspension, but he's not facing any jail time. He's not getting fined. Nothing. He's not getting anything out of this. But Adrian Peterson is going to jail. Possibly going to jail. It's ridiculous. I don't understand it. I mean,
well, Ray Rice hitting his wife was crazy. He was suspended only 2 games, and then there was video of him hitting him, and then now the Ravens kicked him off, and then...
I agree with everybody else that said this. The NFL, as much as I love baseball and you prefer basketball, but we can't deny that the NFL is the most powerful league in America. They are. You're telling me that Roger Goodell could not snap his fingers and get that tape? You're crazy. There's got to be a way that Roger Goodell had that tape, saw that tape, or somebody offered it and he said, no, I don't want to. The only reason Ray Rice is getting as bad of a punishment as he is now is just because the video got leaked and millions of people saw it. So now if they didn't do anything, then they were going to demand justice and it would have been worse. But the only reason he's getting what he's getting is just because millions of people saw the leaked video. If it wasn't for that, Ray Rice would have been playing today or yesterday.
The NFL's commissioner isn't really that good.
Or Thursday, I mean. No, it's not. And people are screaming for him to step down now, and he won't. He won't step down. There's no way. Now he's hiring his own private investigator to investigate himself. What the hell is that? He's paying a guy out of his pocket or out of the NFL's money that he controls to investigate himself. That makes no sense at all. And nobody knows who this private investigator is. He was supposedly people know who he is, but no, it should have been somebody appointed by another party to investigate him, not himself hire this guy. Because for all we know, he slipped him another couple $1 million, and he's like, hey, when you come out with your findings, I requested the tape, but I never got it. Or just something like that,
It's bad. NFL needs to get their thing. They're just all their rules. I know they just signed a drug policy too, which
Yeah, and then two players, Wes Welker and Josh Gordon. Well, I don't know if Josh Gordon's eligible again, but I know Wes Welker got suspended for 2 or 3 games. Now all of a sudden he's eligible to play today.
maybe they do need a new commissioner.
I need a new everything. I mean, the fact that these NFL players are getting away with stuff like this. If you hit Melissa, if you hit her, or if I hit Brittany, we'd both be going to jail. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, not that we would, because we wouldn't. But if we did, it'd be no ifs, ands, or buts about it, we'd be in jail. But because he's the running back of the NFL, it's just like drugs. Just like drugs. You get caught smoking pot, and you're in the NFL, you get a 1-game suspension, and you get drug tested. But if you get caught smoking weed, not that we condone it, but if you get one of us smokes it, we're going to jail. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's same with celebrities. They get caught doing cocaine, they go to rehab. I've got a problem. I'm going to rehab. If I get caught doing cocaine, I'm doing 20 years in prison. I mean, the whole pro athlete thing and getting away with criminal and felony charges has got to stop. It's got to stop. Especially when they do decide to press the actual charges, it happens to be on Adrian Peterson and his situation.
Well, Ray Rice was his girlfriend he hit, and I don't think she's gonna press charges. Maybe that's a big thing of why it's not really a big thing in the justice system. She's not pressing charges. She said it was not his fault. She's trying to take his side for it. I'm like, which is stupid.
Because she picked his arm up and knocked herself out with his arm. You know why she don't want to press charges? Because he's rich. He's got money, and if it was just his girlfriend, she's probably trying to stay with him for all we know.
And Paul George did a horrible mistake by basically saying he should be playing still NFL.
Okay, well, if Paul George punched his wife, would he be playing in the NBA?
Probably.
I'll tell you right now, Adam Silver wouldn't take that.
Adam Silver.
He's only been in the seat for a couple months now.
Well, Floyd Mayweather beat his wife 4 times, and that's just documented. Who knows how many times he really hit her? He boxed last 2 nights ago.
Boxing. That's the way it differs.
His hands are legal weapons.
It differs from league to league. Adam Silver wouldn't do it.
No, he's
Adam Silver. If Paul George or any other NBA player punched a woman or something like that, they would probably be suspended from the NBA for life. Right then and there. Same way with Bud Selig in baseball, if it got out. Justin Verlander got pictures leaked. Him and Kate Upton. Ain't nothing happened to him. But it's just, NFL is the NFL. It's the most popular sport in America. It's the most powerful league. They've got their name and everything. If you have a business and you're not some kind of a sponsor of the NFL, then there's something wrong with you. Any and every big business in America, even Nestle Water or anything, Pedigree, any kind of business in America has some kind of sponsorship deal with NFL. That's the end of it. I mean, it's crazy. Even if they have one with NBA and the MLB, it's still the NFL. They got their nose in everything, and if they take their big, of course, Ray Rice isn't even that big of a star. I mean, I could see, Russell Wilson or Peyton Manning or something like that getting away with it, but Ray Rice, just how it is.
The Ravens are doing a really good job. They're letting all the fans trade in their Ray Rice jersey for a different player's jersey. They immediately kicked him off the team.
Yeah, well, so what do you feel about the Vikings? I watched a little bit of their press conference earlier today where a lot of people were not happy with the general manager, the fact that Adrian Peterson is active for this weekend's game. I mean, yeah, they got to think about their season.
Like you said, he didn't do nothing wrong.
He didn't. I mean, the only fact of the matter is he's strong. He is. Have you seen him?
So what do you do? Make someone else whip your kids?
I mean, that's the problem. He left a little bit of a mark.
The only thing I don't
My
understand
God,
is...
Mom, if you watch this, if the cops would have seen some of the marks that Grandma left on me, she'd be in jail still to this day. But, you know, that's how you get stuff done.
If
I'm going to whoop my kids.
I'm just shocked is...
That's how you teach them respect.
He used a switch. He's a millionaire.
I could... Yeah, what do you want to do? Like, go get a silver switch? Dip it in gold or
Your
something?
belt?
I can't tell you how many times my dad told me to go to our tree line and get a switch out.
And you get the littlest one?
No, I got the biggest one. He wouldn't do it.
I got the biggest one because it wouldn't sting.
This one, no,
I'd rather get hit than
I went out there one day and got a log like this big. My dad just laughed at me. He said, "Go to your room." But anyway, my grandma did that all the time. She'd tell me to go get a switch, and if I wouldn't do it, then she'd spank me. Then she'd make me go get a switch, and then she'd spank me again with the switch. It's all about respect. And Adrian Peterson's son will have respect. I mean, again, it just, for me, it goes back to the whole, you know, he lost another child earlier this year. He went through that devastation of losing a child. I can't imagine what that feels like. I've lost a dog. That's close. That's as close. I mean, but seriously, that's about as close as I've gotten. But, I mean, Adrian Peterson has no real intent to hurt his children. I just can't imagine that one bit. But, so that's football news. Anyway, the FIBA World Cup just came to a conclusion, which, even though the first string and the second string pulled out earlier in the training camp, the third string U.S. lineup pretty much just demolished through the competition and won the gold.
I was amazed.
Without James Harden having to play 1 second of defense.
It was horrible, man. I was watching the finals game the other night for the gold medal. He just let so many people go right behind. I could probably score on James Harden.
He probably just brushed him with their beard and they got dizzy or something like that. I don't know.
But
he didn't need to.
I thought Spain was going to win.
When you're winning 140-70, you don't need to play much defense.
No.
I mean,
well, James Harden is, hey, you score on me because I'm definitely about to score on y'all.
Yeah, go ahead. You get 2 points. I'm about to give you 3. But
I thought Spain was going to win at the beginning, just because.
Pau Gasol.
No, well, the whole team, but because this team right here, Anthony Davis is one of the best players on the team.
Yeah.
Back in the Olympics, Anthony Davis was the worst player on the team. He was their
and
last guy.
And he came a long way.
Well, no, just think about all the people. LeBron, good Kobe, Durant was on that team, Carmelo, Chris Paul. They had it all. They had Kevin Love. They had a lot of good people on that team.
In this team, they had none of those.
I mean, they still had a good team because America always has the best players.
But does that show you? But
Spain only beat Spain by 7 points in the Olympics. So I thought Spain was going to just destroy this team.
But that's what I'm saying. The U.S. team didn't have any of those players that you mentioned. So can you imagine, you know, what they would have done to the competition this year with that full lineup of? And honestly, I say Derrick Rose still starts point guard.
Kyrie Irving proved that wrong.
But if they still have that full lineup with Durant, with Love, with LeBron,
Kobe.
Well, right now
at least
Kobe's
Kobe
kind of up in the air, but Carmelo, you know,
he's still Kobe Bryant. You're gonna put him starting over James.
James Harden's that good. Dwight Howard, much as you want to play on him, still big man.
He didn't play 2012 one because I was shocked about that.
No, he didn't. But if they had all those players, just imagine what the
it's pretty crazy.
What it would have been like.
How far above we are from everybody.
And that's with a lot of the NBA's best players playing for the separate country. Yeah. Yeah. Paul George would have been on the team if it wasn't for
injury.
Yeah, his injury. He would have stayed on. I think Lance Stevenson should have played. I think he would have been a good addition to the team. I think that Rondo could have played, but
I'm ready to watch Rondo play.
Can't have 3 point guards. You already got two good scoring, 2 good ball handling point guards out Westbrook. I forgot about that too. Westbrook pulled out earlier in the year. And Ibaka.
Him and Durant won to. No, Ibaka played for Spain.
Oh yeah, Durant.
Him, Rubio, and Marc Gasol. Man, They ruined it. I'll tell you more in this episode 2.